4, 61, 68, and 74. Support below at 37, 29, 20, 14, and 06. Pivot 43, support 37, 29, 20, 14, and 06. Resistance on the upside at 49, 54, 61, 68, and 74. All right, market here recovering after that massive, if you were watching, rally in the last 5 minutes, rallied 20 points there. No holes barred rally at the close on Friday. One of those like catching everybody short with nobody trading and completely running it up, and now coming back down here to reality here a little bit. We'll see what the day brings. Welcome to some of the new folks that are here. We are trading mini S&Ps. We don't believe that markets go straight up or straight down. Consequently, we're trying to find those inflection points that give us the opportunity to scalp the market. As we come up here to our 49 area, in case you're a little aggressive here. Maybe you're going to take the level, maybe not, depending on how aggressive you are. We're trying to find these areas where the markets will bounce off and give us a scalping opportunity. We're looking at 2 to 3 points when market, depending on volatility, obviously. These days, the markets are, 2 to 3 points is a good target for us to achieve, given the volatility these days. So it's within reason. And again, keep your stops in no matter what the situation may be. Again, the market rallied Friday very strongly onto the close, caught and catching whatever few people were trading on Friday really short. As the market continues to uptick here, again, next level of resistance we have is up here at 54. Point being is that we always talk about not trading on, in the late afternoon. That was a perfect example. You should not be trading in the late afternoon as the market just caught everybody, caught everybody short. I mean, it just kept going. It was like weird and no volume too. Resistance on the upside was at 49, 54, 61, 68, and 74. Again, if you sold at 49, it gave you, and you don't like the price actions, gave you a chance here to scratch them a little. Again, it's always one way of trading is you don't have to watch it. You don't have to get stopped out. Let's put it that way. If you don't like the price action prior to you getting stopped out, as we quickly open up here and kind of rallied a little bit. Again, let's see what numbers are out this morning as we continue to rally here a little bit. Coming up here to the 54 area. There are no economic reports coming out this morning, but we do have a Fed speak at 10 Chicago time. So we are trying to find these areas where the market will give us a chance to scalp, basically get 2 to 3 points. So anybody has any questions, please feel free to write them down in the chat box area. I can see your questions there quicker. I don't have the Q&A section up. So the chat box there, you don't have to raise your hand or anything like that. Just ask away. We like questions. And if you ask questions, we'll try to give you an answer to anything we're doing here. So it's a good way to, ask what's happening. Again, we're trying to find these areas of inflection that create opportunities to scalp. And we're here every day. We used to be on the Florida Exchange, but due to COVID, we have retreated to our my basement, which is fine. And I'm getting used to it is the point, and there's nothing wrong with it, actually. And just miss some of the yelling and the screaming that's going on in the background. Still early to say that one way or the other there. As we come up here to the 53 area. Let's see what it wants to do up here. 54, sorry. All right, testing the 54 area. Again, this is probably just kind of opening up and kind of retracing some of Friday's little quick little move here. And again, obviously keep your stops in, right? Again, the same kind of reaction we got on Friday, late afternoon, because they're coming for it again this morning, but who knows? But just keep your stops in no matter what. We obviously don't like one-way trade, right? That doesn't really work too well for us. And hopefully we get a little ebbs and flows. But you never know what kind of trade we're going to get every day. That's the thing about this business, right? Every day is a new day. And you just have to make sure you keep your stops in there, because it always doesn't mean that it's going to trade like this every time. But at least this morning it is. And keep your stops in there and make sure you don't get run over by any of these trades, because you'll have other opportunities to make some money. All right, so now we're looking at the next level up here is at 61. All right, let's give you some of the news that's out here this morning. Traders are glued to the screens, as one portfolio manager said, as Arch Echo's Capital, a family office run by Bill Wang, was pushed to liquidate and was forced to sell more than $20 billion worth of stock on Friday after margin calls. $20 billion worth of stock on Friday he sold. And the market rallied. There you go. So you're talking about people being able to manipulate the market. There's somebody who sold $20 billion worth of stock, and the market still rallied. Arch Echo, a biblical word that means prince, led to a tumble in Viacom, CBS, Discovery, and Chinese internet stocks after a margin call. There you go. Just in case you were worried about how markets work, I guess it matters what he was in or what he is in. But that's what happens. As the market is just continuing this little push up here, just like, well, this is worse than Friday. Friday, it happened all in 5 minutes. This is at least just doing it, just slow kill. Doesn't change how it happens. Doesn't change how it's happened on Friday. It just doesn't give us any opportunity here. So if you don't like the way it's trading, just be patient and wait. So yeah, it's a lot of stock the guy had to sell on Friday. The drop in bank stocks is weighing on stock index futures, which point to a lower opening this morning. Not anymore. Futures, S&P futures, and NASDAQ are all lower. We're still lower, but we came back pretty much. I mean, they closed on that ridiculous rally on Friday, the highs there. As we come up here to the 61 area. Yeah, you never know there, Don, the way it's trading right now, at least for the time being. See what happens. Again, if you don't like the way the trade is, just be patient. Wait for it to kind of start giving us some opportunity here. We are getting a little ebbs and flows, though. I mean, and bonds are actually going down as we're going up. That's the first time that's happened in a while. All right. All right. All right, let's see how we got. I came up here to the 61 area. I got a little bit of a push off of that level. Got right up to 61 up there. Maybe you got in there at the 16 and a half. I got a little bit of a profit back against the for the day. Make up some of this money that we kind of lost on the. Well, maybe you didn't take the 49 because it was right on the opening. Because I didn't take the 49. I was talking too much. But obviously the 54 didn't work out too well. So hopefully you got this one back here in the 61 area. And you got a nice little rotation here off of that level. You know, like I said, you just got to stay with it. Just got to keep trading. And it wasn't going to keep going one way. I guess it could have, but who knows? It did on Friday, I'll tell you that much. That was a nasty little rally. I was watching it, and I was like, whoa, that's not good. And it kept on going. After I said, whoa, that's not good, it kept on going. It was ugly if you were in there. All right, nice little rotation here against the 61 area. Again, that's why we tell you to keep your stops in there, because you always got to be able to participate in the next opportunity. Let's see. Support right now would be around the, the way it is moving. I just look at about the 48 area, 49. Next level of resistance is up there at 68. Again, just kind of in the middle here, let it do its thing. Welcome to some new folks that are here. If you have any questions, make sure you put them in the chat box area. We're trying to find these areas that will give us an opportunity to scalp the market. The opportunities there are, finding these inflection points that'll give us an opportunity to scalp the market. And we use the levels that we give out plus the price action opportunities that occur once the market paints some bars. We have to wait till that happens a little bit. And given the both opportunity, both the levels that we give out, plus the price action opportunities, give us the setups that we have to be able to find these inflection points. So if you look at the chat box area, the levels are printed in there. And as the market's coming off the 61 area here, again, being able to get out and then get back in keeps you in the game. And this is where we're at right now. Again, I wouldn't touch this until a good support would be back around the 48, 49 area. I would not touch it up here. You never know what's going to happen. It's kind of thin too, so combination of both here. Thinness, kind of weird rally. There's just probably catching up from Friday because a lot of people were not here on Friday. It's like a weird trade that we're in. Okay. Yeah, that is a little bit better, right, Don? Well, came back here to the 54 area. Like I said, I wouldn't touch it here. I'd probably look for 48, 49 if you're looking for some support. Don's happy a little bit. So am I. All right. Continues a downtick here. Again, if you're looking for a place to buy it, looking at yeah, I know. It's a weird little trade this morning. It was a weird little trade. Yeah, this is a continuation of Friday's trade. That's all I can say. That was a weird little trade on Friday. I keep bringing up Friday's trade because it was very strange. All right, come hanging around the 54 area, see what it wants to do. Again, no really good support until 48, 49 on the downside. No, it was right on it was literally the last 5 minutes of the day. And it was a nasty little rally. And it just caught everybody. I mean, it was just, on top of it all, it was like no volume. So you knew it was going to retract, but you couldn't hold on. You just couldn't. So it was one of those weird things. So you had to just, bail. It forced you to get out, let's put it that way, because it was relentless. And it didn't even come back that much at the end. Kind of closed on the highs. That's why we're down like so much, but we're really not. And then you hear about this, this place that got shut down. This big fund that got shut down on Friday. Yeah. Well, I mean, $20 billion worth of stock they bailed out on. That's a huge amount that they were forced to sell. It's amazing. Again, we continue to downtick here, support down at the um, 49, 48 area. If you're looking for a little buying opportunity. Market continues to downtick here. Looking again, if you're looking to 48, 49 area, if you're looking for a little bit of a buy. If not, then just wait. The pivot there is 43. Again, nothing wrong with being patient, waiting for the opportunities here instead of jumping in when it gets a little choppy, and that's what it's getting right now. Well, we got down to 50 and change and rotated back up here. And if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask. A goal here is to be able to show you where these levels are. Also, give you the reason to find price action opportunities. And the goal here of the education course we have is for you to be able to find these trades on your own and to execute them independently of myself. Obviously, some of the hard part is to be able to find a trade sometimes. Yeah, today is Monday as we come down here again to, you're gonna trade this level here, see what it wants to do. If you're gonna do it at all, otherwise wait for the 43 area. Not surprising, they're kind of just giving up on that little break that they probably followed through from Friday. Well, we did have the 61 area there, so hopefully you're able to get short there. Okay, continue to downtick here. We're looking at the 43 here. Kind of this reverse of this rally here because they didn't like, they're giving up on it. Not surprising. Either that or wait for the next level on the downside we have is 37. Okay, good. Everybody's getting happier now. Just needed this little break here. Of course, the blue band didn't hurt. Which got in there at 47 and then popped back up here. So if you're trading the blue band, you saw the area of support was right around this area here. Okay, next support level. Well, you can try the, if you're aggressive there, you can do the pivot. If not, just wait for the 37 on the downside. That's our first support level that we have. These are price action opportunities. They're a little bit different than support and resistance levels that we have. So you have to trade them accordingly. They're a little bit more riskier. And like I said, as long as we understand the risk, then we can trade it. All right. We said 43 was our pivot and got only down to the 44 area. We'll see what happens. We got the momentum going back the other way now, but again, so we're trying to find these levels where will give us an opportunity to scalp. And right now, the next level we have, well, 43 is our pivot, but we'll look at if we're looking for, if you're a little bit more risk averse, you're looking down at the 37 area. So again, a little bounce there against our blue band, and now we're retreating. Same rotation that we had going up, we're getting on the way down. It's a tough little trade here, but we did have our upper level there at 61 as some resistance, and that was the high. So maybe you were able to jump on that, maybe try to stay a little bit short if you were trading more than multiple contracts. Hopefully you were able to take advantage of that little rotation. All right, if you did buy the pivot there, you had to take a little bit of heat on it, but came quickly back up here. It is that kind of day. All right, nice rotation there off of our pivot area. All right, Don. Nice little trade. It definitely take some heat on that one. All right. But did pay off here. Again, everybody's got different trading styles. Everybody's got different ways of entering and holding on to trades. And so everybody's got different ways of trading. We try to adapt your trading style to the market so that you can maximize your profit potential. And like I said, not everybody trades the same way. So we understand that, and we don't expect you to trade the same way. It's a methodology here that allows you to find levels on your own and trade them according to your risk tolerance. And that's what we try to do here on an everyday basis. All right, nice rotation there off of the, remember we talked about the 43 as our pivot. Obviously, I had to take a little bit of heat on that, but we got a nice rotation off of it. Now we're coming back up here again, kind of in no man's land here. A little resistance against our blue band if you're a little aggressive there. All right, a little rotation here against our blue band area. Now getting bouncing here against our pivot. Again, we had a nice little push here against the blue band, and now coming back up here to our pivot, and look down at the 37 area as our next level of support. Kind of gave up a whole rally that it had this morning. I don't know why, it just kind of just did. Kind of went up on air and coming back down here. Just gotta be patient and trade the opportunities. Anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask them in the chat box area. If you missed our levels that we gave out this morning, if we can reprint them in the chat box area, I'd appreciate it. You'll be able to find them there. There they are. Those are the levels that we gave out. We use them as a guide for the day. Nothing's etched in stone. We can make adjustments to them. We can delete them. We can add to them. Everything's here based on trading and opportunity, and markets are moving around, so we do have the ability to adjust those levels as the day goes by, and we'll see what the market brings us today. We ran through a couple of our levels early this morning, and but then we did have the 61 area above. That was the high of the day, and if you were trying to stay short, you had a nice rotation off of it. And if not, hopefully you were able to make a little bit of money on that. And then now we came back down to our pivot area earlier. We had a nice rotation off of that. We had a rotation off of our blue band a couple times. So there's still been opportunity there, even though we market is kind of really not knowing what it wants to do, right? It just rallied, and then now it's completely given up everything it had earlier. Support will be back right now at the next level, as you can see, is at the 37 area. All right, you can see how choppy we are. Market's very nervous. Rotating here, so 37 is the next support level that we have. All right, we're kind of floating here around our pivot area. So kind of indecisive what it wants to do. Bonds here going down to the downside. I think that's kind of having, we don't trade the NASDAQ. Sorry about that. Didn't see your question there, William. NASDAQ, it's another stock index, but we just focus on the S&Ps. Kind of hard for us to, it's not hard, except we just like to focus on one market instead of a couple, even though NASDAQ does obviously mimic the S&Ps. But sometimes, like you saw, that the NASDAQ was, kind of doing its own thing here for a bit because it's more weighted to technology, and they were getting out of technology. So if you try to make a correlation between the two, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We just stay away from it. We just focus on one market, and instead of cutting ourselves too thin, especially with the same market. So that's why we don't trade the NASDAQ, but we do follow it every now and then. Sometimes they trade together, sometimes they don't. But we try not to lean on too many other markets for direction. Like sometimes we look at bonds as having inverse trade. Lately, we've been looking at bonds as having a similar kind of trade, but it doesn't mean that it goes on all the time or happens every time. So we try not to lean on watching any other market to give us direction on our market. But so answering your question, we don't trade NASDAQ. We're kind of just floating back around the pivot here, kind of going nowhere fast. We got down to 39 and change there a couple times, and then kind of floated back up. Okay, quickly coming down here to the 37 area. A nice rotation there off of the 37 area for us. We got a little bit more than quickly got some more than there you go. Nice little opportunity here. Hopefully you were able to jump in there at the 37, showed some patience. You got filled on almost everything there, and a nice quick rotation there. There you go. Make up for a lot of trades there. That was a nice little rotation here off of the 37 area. Hopefully you were able to jump in and take a nice little profit there against our 37. No heat whatsoever on that trade. So we didn't have to work it or nothing. It just gave it to us, and then quick rotation. You easily got all the way up there to 45, 44. Yeah, I know you all. You just want to trade that way. I understand. I will try to find only those trades that will only move that quickly our way without getting any heat. I got it. I know you guys are very demanding of me. I understand. At least we're a lot happier right now than we were in the morning. That's for sure. All right, now I'm very happy. Whoa, compliments here, just amazing. I guess you being happy is a compliment to me. All right, so nice rotation there against our 37 area. And again, everybody likes it because it was fast. It was and not only fast, but you were able to take a lot more than 2 points on it. I mean, all you had to do was close your eyes for a second. I know. Well, we had the high and we had the low right now. Let's just keep that in mind. That 61 was good too. I don't know what you guys are complaining about, but 61 was awesome. But I think we were stung from the 54 area, and that's why you guys weren't so happy. But the 61 was good too. Ask Don. He's very happy. All right. Way to hang in there, Casey. Next level on the downside we have is down at 29. Again, some of those of you who've come in a little bit late, if you look at the chat box area, we're going to have the levels that we gave out at the beginning of the day. And those are the levels that we use as a guide for the day. And we can add to them, subtract from them. We also have strike action opportunities that have been occurring during this little move here. And for those days that we are complaining that we don't get too many trades, today's the day that we've gotten a few. So we can't complain. Just if you traded our levels alone, 5, 6 trades, we have a couple price action opportunities in there. So we're up to 7 or 8. And again, we try to average about 4 to 5 trades in the course of a day, average. I think that is a good way of, encompassing what we're trying to do here. So average is the average. And today is definitely giving us a lot more. All right. We're just kind of bouncing around here. See what it wants to do next. All right, continuing to down tick here. Next level support we have is down at the 29 area. Again, at any time, if you guys made enough money and you're happy with what you've done, you don't really have to trade, right? I mean, just remember that. So keep that in mind. It's like nobody's forcing you to keep trading if you made your quota for the day, whatever that may be. And we definitely don't want to trade later in the afternoon, that's for sure. That afternoon trade gets a little strange. All right, resistance would now be around the 46, 48 area. Anything above 50, you want to be out of any shorts. So resistance up there would be around the 46, 48 area. Anything above 50 out of any shorts. Downside support would be down at the 29 area. No, just nothing. Chilly. Not the worst, but chilly. Get like in the lows in the 30s, and then it gets in the 60s like during the day. I mean, it's kind of weird, and then but it's sometimes it gets to 60, sometimes it doesn't. So and the wind is there. Always the wind. There's always a wind factor in Chicago. Keeps you on the wraps. They don't call this a windy city for no reason. Oh, you're starting your weekly Tuesday get together? Where are you playing this year? Mm. Yeah, we've got time for tomorrow also. Hilldale. I think I played there once. It's not too bad. Have you played Chevy Chase, by the way? Yeah, it is good. It's not a bad course actually, but I just cannot score there. I don't know why. It's like weird. It's not bad. You should actually go and give it a shot. All right, nice rotation here in the market. We got the resistance around 46 to 48 area. Yeah, it's I played there a few, because it was open during, in December when we were trying to find places. It was one of the places that was open, and I just can't. I don't know what it is. Then I played there last week. Same thing. All right, resistance around the 46 to 48 area. Anything above 50 out of any shorts. If you're going to partake in this trade. You hear about that tanker that's stuck in the Suez Canal? And they finally got it freed this morning. I guess the tide got it back up or something. And this thing is mammoth. They were saying that the daily cost for having this thing stuck in the canal was $1 billion a day. $1 billion a day. This is like huge container truck piece, huge. 9 billion. It could be 9 billion. I thought it was just $1 billion a day. Maybe it was for the 9 days. It's been 9 billion because I think it was stuck for 9 days there. But yeah, I mean, this was like huge. Just this one tanker, and there's like they was blockading everything else that was going through there. So there were others that were sitting there. Maybe it added up to 9 billion a day with those other ones, but this one was 1 billion a day. I mean, I could be wrong. It was ridiculous, though. Just, I mean, this thing is huge, and the Suez Canal it almost spanned the whole length of it. It's like so weird how they even let that thing in there. All right, touched our blue band up there. If you are our blue banders, and quickly coming off. If you had your crayon there, you got filled. I think the best way to deal with that, Chad, is to kind of scale around it. If you can imagine the line going drawn up or down it, and then scale around that line. Chad wants to know what color crayon you use on your monitor. He needs some tips because he's having a little trouble extending that line. Said it depends on his daughter's mood. So I think the best way to deal with it is just kind of scale around it if you can extend it a little bit. Dry erase marker would help. It kind of would help. Hey, look, at least you have some idea, right, of how to get it before it gets there. So now you can just try to try to work it out so it works. You know, at least you got it from the person who uses it all the time and tries to take advantage of it all the time. So yeah, I agree. Everybody's got their own routine, so I absolutely agree with that. Everybody's got to find their own routine. The difference between top of book and depth of market. Top of book. Well, again, everybody's got their own definitions for things, right? So I'm going to have to kind of assume some things, which again, I don't like to assume because I don't know. Top of book, I've never heard of. Maybe the top of book would be just what's out there showing you what's bid and offered. And a depth of market. In relation to CME, I don't know what that means. The depth of market, I mean, top of book. I guess maybe they're trying to right. That's what I figured. Top of book is basically what you're seeing on your screen in your ladder ticket. Okay, it's a CME data mine. Top of book file provides the top bid and bid volume, ask and ask volume, last traded price. So that's what you're seeing in the order book. And the last traded volume in the order book for all Globex traded products. So basically, you need to, you should have it because that's part of the, I mean, that's part of the looking at the volume that's actually traded. So depth of market would, I guess, mean what was traded at each price. Top of book is the bids and the offers at each price. I mean, that's kind of, I think, what's given to you. Thanks there, Maureen. Yeah, I mean, everybody's got the, I mean, I don't know. I guess to me, it's just like, it's what's in front of you. I mean, I can't imagine like not having this information. I can't believe that you actually have to pay for it. I mean, that should be given to you. I don't know. Again, I haven't haven't looked or had to look for anything else for a while. So I don't know I'm just kind of happy with what I have. So I don't go out there and try to look for new stuff. Yeah, I guess they're trying to sell it by telling you that this is what you get, even though that's what you should have. It's like, what? I can't believe that you actually have to pay for something like that. What? Who's the firm? I mean, was that the CME's giving you that? I mean, that should be through your provider of the ladder ticket, not the CME. I mean, the fees are going to go through the provider of the ladder ticket. I don't know. Again, I don't deal with that too much anymore. I mean, haven't dealt with it forever. I just get what I get, and I don't even think about it. I mean, I can't even imagine that you have to ask for these things. Okay. All right, I think we're trading like no man's land here. No trade zone. That's pretty amazing there, Peter. Can't believe that they actually charge you for that. Again, like I said, I guess mine's always been. I don't even know what. I guess I pay. I guess I get charged for it. I just don't. I just don't know. I guess I thought it was always part of it. All right, Chad. Take care. Enjoy your breakfast. All right, we're coming back down here to the lows. Next level of support is down at the 29 area. Again, we're getting into this no trade zone area right now. We did bounce off of our blue band. Anybody have any questions, please feel free, or any comments, please feel free to write them down in the chat box area. All right, we continue to slowly down. Take care. Next support level we have is down at 29. And our blue band resistance got triggered, and now we're just slowly coming back down here. Coming back into the little no trade zone area, obviously, you're looking for resistance right now would be around the 43 area, which would be our pivot. Continue to downtick here, looking for the 29 area. We dip down to 32, 31 area and come back up here. We're looking down at 29. So kind of a little, just kind of doing this afternoon, late morning thing here where it's getting a little bit quiet. All right, we dipped down to 31 and came back up here. Again, a little bit chopping around here. Again, if you've done all right this morning, just be patient and wait for levels or little price action opportunities. But again, if you've made your quota, then nothing wrong with waiting for tomorrow. You never know what's going to happen any day. Kind of slow. I mean, we've had a few trades today. We can't complain about that. That's for sure. Definitely keeping our trades up there. But hey, now we're just trying to see where we want to go next. The downside support is at 29. And next upside resistance is at 43. And whatever you take, just make sure you keep your stop in there. Well, like I said, we're chopping around here. Support would be back around the 29 area. If it's a little no trade zone here. And we had a busy morning this so far, so that was pretty good. All right, market back up here. Upticks a little bit. Resistance around the 43 area. Whatever you do, just make sure you keep your stops in and be a little bit patient here and wait for the opportunities to present themselves instead of chasing. And I'll get back here in a bit.
Hey, quick shout out and check in. If anybody has any questions about Sal's services, if you would like to hear about his intensive, let us know. If you are coming in as a guest and you want to move to monthly status here, just let us know and we'll send you out the link. Raise your hand and I'll send it out to you. Hey, Anthony, how you making out? Victor, how you making out? Use the chat feature to respond.